Mario, Rabbids Peach, and their friends are back for a new adventure in Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, coming to Nintendo Switch in 2022. We spoke to the lead producer, creative director, and associate producer to learn more about the new game. Davide, let's talk to you and talk about how was it to sit down and design a second Mario plus Rabbids game?
When we were developing Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, we were building something new. The entire team was so moved and excited about the players' reaction that we had when we finally showed the game at E3 in 2017. The relationship that we built with our player in those years is all we wanted. And all we wanted was to keep going on and to continue the adventure with Sparks of Hope. I truly believe that players are what are motivating us every single day.
How did you decide on space?
Well, the space is big enough to contain all the weird stuff a team as ours can come up with, especially if we are talking about a Rabbids team. There is something very romantic and powerful about exploring something unknown, such as the space.
Christina, let's talk to you about the Sparks. So these are emerging Alumas and Rabbids, and you can rescue them, and each has a special ability. So why are they so important to the new gameplay structure, and how did the idea for them come about?
Sparks are companions, they are buddies to the heroes and to the players. So they are at the core of both the narrative and the gameplay. They are indeed, the Sparks, a fusion, as you said, between the Lumas from Mario Galaxy and our pesky Rabbids. They are creatures of pure energy. And because of that, Sparks have very special powers, which they lend to the heroes in battle, allowing them to outwit and overcome the enemies. I'm sure everybody will love them, as we all do, and get attached to them, like we all do.
All right, let's talk about the new villain. So, Christina, we have mysterious villain Cursa. What was it like to develop an entirely new villain for these familiar friends to face?
Mysterious indeed. Well, Cursa really is a looming evil villain. Cursa wants to overrule the galaxy, draining energy from all planets, and especially the pure energy that the Sparks possess, as we mentioned earlier. So, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope focuses very much, in addition to combat and exploration, on a new narrative, a compelling story that we think is great, of course, and we hope our players will find entertaining. And, every great story has and needs a great villain. So we created an enemy even greater and more dangerous than the Mega-Bug from Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, for those of you who have played it. So Cursa's manifestation, you will see, across planets, concretizes in a sticky substance called darkness. You will see planets, environments, and even characters entrapped by it. I would dare to say that you will find it not only menacing but surprising at the least.
Yes.
We were happy with the name Dark Mess. I know it sounds basic. Yeah. Just it's a mix between darkness and the mess of the rabbits and stuff. So it was funny from the very beginning of the project when we thought about that. But it's also what is happening on the planet. Like Christina was saying, it's all messy everywhere. So it's pretty funny.
Great. Yes. Speaking of the planets, Xavier, what can you tell us about exploration in Sparks of Hope? So when you're not in battle, what can we find on the different planets, and will there be a lot more puzzles to solve?
So basically, we have a lot of planets. We always want to give a unique sense of discovery for each of them. They'll have a lot of secrets, a lot of characters as well. We do have puzzles. We even have mission givers. Even in the process, of discovering and having the agency of discovering what you want to do on that planet, you can also rescue Sparks. So we spoke a lot about the Sparks and how important they are for the story, even for the battle. But they are also, you can also interact with the Sparks in exploration. So again, each planet is very unique, and we want a player to discover that aspect and also discover the humorous side of those planets as well. So that's really important, an important part of the game.
So you've got the successful game and you have a proven gameplay formula, so why change it up for the new game?
With the Mario plus Rabbids games, we always aim to surprise our players. With Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, that it was for us not a sequel at all, we decided to expand the tactical genre even more. So we wanted to create a completely renewed combat experience for our players. So the combat system has been totally redesigned with the focus on fluidity and action offered by the possibility of moving the heroes in real time directly inside an area of movement. And I truly believe that doing so without any sort of grid or cursor, it's really providing to the players an entire new tactical experience.
Great. All right. I saw the CG trailer and I want to talk about Rabbid Rosalina. Christina, the attitude. I have a feeling that Rabbid Peach may be upstaged a bit. Can you talk about her a bit?
Well, I wouldn't take it for granted, that Rabbid Peach would allow her to be outstaged, but Rabbid Peach has many unpredictable resources. But I'm joking. You're absolutely right. Rabbid Rosalina is able to steal the scene. Sometimes just doing nothing, or maybe because she seems to be doing nothing. I'm quite fond of her. I know I'm not the only one. She's one of my favorite new characters from Mario Plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. And I especially and absolutely want a replica, please note it, of her plush toy weapon. I know that. I knew. Please, Davide. Yes, it does worry too.
In fact, the Sparks of Hope, it's called like that because we hope to have this replica one day.
So okay, that's the double meaning. I come to discover this right now. But aside from that, Rabbid Rosalina, you saw her, will enrich the hero's roster in the new game, and will bring her own distinctive playstyle to help win the battles against Cursa's minions. And her backstory as well is quite interesting, but you will need to be a little patient to discover more about her.
Davide, I have to talk about the music from the first game. Was so good. Is Grant Kirkhope returning to do the music this time around? And do you have a special message do you want to send him?
For sure. So there is a banter going on between me and Grant since Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. But honestly, Grant is not only a composer to me, it's a close friend. And I could imagine doing a game without him. Even if it's always complaining and whining about something, I want him on my side. So that's the best message I can send to him.
Oh, that's lovely.
Love you, Grant.
We all love you. Great job. Can't wait to hear the music in this next game. All right. So before we close it up, what would you like fans to take away from this game? What would you like the experience to be with Sparks of Hope?
We are a team that is not following templates while doing video games. We are a team that is giving it all. So we are not afraid of risking or failure. We are jumping in and we are doing our best. We are building things today for the future because what we love the most is creating experience today that one day a player could say, oh, do you remember how cool it was, that specific stuff of Spark of Hope. So I hope that this will be an incredible journey for them as it's been for me and the team.
Xavier, how about you?
Well, you understand now how challenging is my job, right? When you hear Davide. So all I want to say is that it's a huge team worked on this. We are all super motivated. We saw in the past how the community and players love the experience and the Mario plus Rabbids brand now. So we're just ready to unveil more, and we just can't wait to see how people react to that.
Great. Christina, anything to add?
I'd like, to tell you very quickly an episode that happened after the release of Mario Plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle, and that I would like to experience again after the release of Mario Plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, because that's the best thing that can happen to you when you want badly players to have fun and feel happy with your game. I was at a show and one of our players came to me, hugged me, and told me, "Oh, you gave me fun, happiness. You showed friendship and bravery in dark times." And so I would like that the players may think of our game as a very light and rich experience. So yes, I would like to replay this episode ever and ever again. It was so heartwarming.
That's wonderful. Yeah, that's a lovely story. All right, thank you all so much. I can't wait to play the game. Mario Plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope is coming in 2022. Thanks for watching.